Hello everyone and welcome to my grammar lesson which is gonna to be about used to. In this video I will explain the use of used to in affirmative statement and with negative statement and with question. But before that I will start with the meaning of used to. We use used to when we refer to things in the past which are no longer true. For example, and let's read the example together. That White House over there used to belong to my family. I mean, that White House belonged to my family in the past, but not anymore. Okay, so now let's move to the form, and I will start with affirmative statements. To form affirmative sentence of used to, you should start with subject, then used to, then the infinitive form of the verb. Have a look at the example here. We used to go to the seaside every summer when I was a kid. So here I start with we, which is the subject, used to, then I have the infinitive go. Be careful here. It's not acceptable to say we are used to go or we used to go or we were used to go. Okay, so now let's move to the negative statement. The negative of used to is most commonly didn't use to. Sometimes we write it with the final D and sometimes not. So, the both forms are common, but many people consider the form with the final D to be incorrect, and you should not use it in exams. So the form is start with subject, then did not, then used to, and then we have the infinitive verb. So let's read the example together. Number one, it didn't used to be so crowded in the shops as it is nowadays. So here we start with it, which is the subject, didn't. Then we have used to without final D, and then I have be, which is the infinitive verb. Okay, so now have a look at the other example. I didn't used to like broccoli when I was younger, but I love it now. So here I start with I, which is the subject, then didn't, then I have used to with a final D, and then we have the infinitive like. But be careful here, don't use this form in exams. One more thing to add here is in very formal styles we can use the negative form used not to. I mean, instead of saying didn't used to, you can use used not to. Have a look at the example. She used not to live as poorly as she does now. So here we have subject, then used not to, and then we have live, which is the infinitive. Finally, we have the use of used to with questions. The form is start with did, then we have the subject, then use to without final D, and then infinitive. So be careful here. Use to is used in the question form, not used to. I mean without final D. And let's read the final example together. Did you used to watch Mickey Mouse? So here I start with did, then the subject you, then use to without final D, then I have the infinitive verb, which is watch. That's it. Thank you very much and see you again.